comes the wolf pack.
Well, we've been gone over New Year's weekend, and it got really cold while we were here. In fact, it was negative numbers overnight. So I wanted to come out and check on our chickens and see how they're doing. So let's find one that wants to be checked out. Good girl. Alright. So if you think about it, if you buy a really nice winter coat and you were to cut it open and pull it out, what are you going to find inside there? Down feathers, right? A feather coat is going to be your warmest coat. So birds are actually very well insulated with their own feathers that they have, and so they can tolerate actually really cold weather. Birds in the wild are nesting in hollow trees, they're nesting in nests in the branches, so they're actually designed to tolerate cold weather pretty well. So we'll just kind of check her out. Her comb looks good, her ears are good. Hi Mama, how are you doing? Her color's good, her feet, no problem with her nails or anything, right? And I don't see, it looks like they've been kind of getting in their dust baths. They dig little holes, and in the summer they kind of roll in the dust for mites and stuff. But in the winter I've seen them like hunker down in there, probably just for fun and warmth. So other than being a little bit dirty, she's looking good. Right? All the animals seem to have withstood the cold. I texted our house sitter this morning. I was like, how are the animals doing? It's so cold. Are they okay? He said, yeah, they're fine. They're fine. So in the spring, we did have a light with the chickens, but the reason for that was because we started them indoors as chicks, and then we moved them outdoors, and the nights were still cold, and so they weren't used to that, and that could have been bad. It could have been dangerous for them, but now they had the whole summer and the fall season to acclimate to being outside all the time. So we won't put a light in there probably unless it gets super, super cold, like deep in the negative numbers. But they seem to be doing just fine with the setup we've got so far. Hey, Mama. Now, our ducks seem to like the cold the least. You can see that they fluff themselves up and they hunker down, and they're pretty good about going in at night. So we always make sure they have plenty of deep bedding and that they have somewhere to go that's sheltered out of the cold.
Hey everybody, we're back from our trip to Kansas City, and I'm out here in the garage. I'm going to check our feed levels for the birds here. Let's take a look and see where things are at. Okay, that's our chicken feed. That's probably about 2 days worth, so we're gonna need that. Let's check over here. Their scratch, just about maybe 2-3 days there. So we need chicken food and chicken scratch. And oyster shells in that bag right there. We're good on that. Alright, I got a nice good bed of coals going on here from my earlier fire. I think we're going to go ahead and start a new fire, get it going good and hot, and get dinner started.
Here, Biff, I got some wood for you.
Alright.
Alright, you can see here Chris is getting ready to wash up our cast iron pot. We had jambalaya in it. We've got a family recipe that has been handed down. We may or may not share that with you at some later date, but it is one of our family favorites. So I'm about to admit something, and I can just hear the collective gasp of homesteaders everywhere. If it were up to me, we would never cook in cast iron, because I think it's such a chore to wash, and they're heavy and hard to maneuver. But I know they make for really good cooking, and the meals come out great and stuff. So we kind of have this agreement that I will cook in the cast iron as long as Chris will do all the cleaning, and so far he's been pretty good about doing that. So I'm just going to kind of talk through what he's doing. There's probably lots of videos out there on how to clean cast iron, but he's got his little method down here that works really well for us. The first thing that he does is he starts with a hot pot. So he'll either start right after we've eaten while the pot's still warm, or he'll set it on the stove and bring it back up. He just feels like this makes it easier to clean. And then he comes in here to our utility sink, Our hot water comes out at 140 degrees. We're using a tankless hot water system, and Chris actually installed that himself in our house. So we'll put a link to that in the video, probably right up there. And you can see exactly what system we're using. But anyway, so his magic formula is hot pot, hot water, and this little scrubber thing. Chris, you want to hold that up and see what this is?
This is the Lodge brand, just a scrub brush. And I don't just typically use it by itself like that. I typically use that in conjunction with this here.
Yeah. So a little bit lower because you're actually out of camera.
Okay,
there you go.
sorry.
That's okay. He's not looking at the camera. I am. So it's a chainmail. And it's really flexible and soft to your hands. I was afraid when we got it that it would kind of like make my hands feel scratchy when I was using it, but it doesn't. It doesn't have the feel of steel wool at all. So it's really easy to use, and it cleans it. I actually use it on some of our other things that we need to clean as well. So he's going to just scrub that around, get any food or anything that's on there. And Chris doesn't use any dish soap. When we use dish soap, we use one that's a oil cutting or grease cutting. And because the pans have to be seasoned with oil, he kind of feels that will take the seasoning out of the pan. So unless he's planning on re-seasoning it, then he might throw a little bit of dish soap in there. So he'll just get it as clean as he can, and then he returns it to the stove to fire it up. And
yeah, just a little heat to dry it out, and then put a thin coating of oil on it just to block the rust.
Yep. So it's pretty quick when he does it, and I'm happy with our deal. I don't know whether he is. I guess he's happy because he gets to eat out of the cast iron pans.
There's no color, there's no flavor. You need that hot pan and sears that meat well.
I see.
So, I'm guessing you're doing oil pulling to see if it helps your toothache.
All right. It's one way to keep you quiet. So if it doesn't work, we're going to pull it. Red choke. What's red choke mean? Red throat. Redneck. Oh, we're going to do a redneck. Gotcha.
So, we're going to try oil pulling first, but rather than pay for a dentist, you're just going to tie a string around it and have me pull it with a four-wheeler or something? We're going to do a redneck tooth pull?
Like a tractor pull, only with a tooth? Something like that.
All right. I get to just make up whatever I want for what you're saying. Sign something else. I'll just say whatever I want.
Lorella is the first, the most wonderful, wait, we need more signs. Woman in the world. Oh, that's not what you said, is it? He said he's supposed to do that swishing for about 15 minutes. All right, and then I gave him paper towels to spit it into because you don't want coconut oil gunking up your
Drains. So, we'll put it on the paper towel and then throw it in the fire.
All right, sounds like a plan. Hey guys, guess what? I got a package from you. And maybe you're thinking, I didn't send Lorella a package. But this right here, we purchased with YouTube earnings. So, do you want to see what you got us? Because here's our commitment to you guys. Our money that we make off YouTube, we put back into farm projects. So I'd just like to share those with you. So thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing. Every time it helps. Let's see what you got us. All right. Back to the task at hand. It is from Premier. That's fine. I cut it. I think it's called Premier Poultry Supplies.
Premier One.
Premier One Supplies. That's what it's called. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I'm a little bit short, but I'll see what I can do.
So we ordered this off of Amazon, and we first noticed this product when we were watching some Justin Rhodes videos.
Correct.
And with his, permaculture chickens and the way he uses the chickens in his garden to, kind of disturb the soil and get things prepped for him.
Right. So that's what we're gonna do for our market garden, and we're finally able to get this poultry netting, electric poultry netting. So it comes with the poles, and it's if I remember right, 160 feet.
Yeah, a little bit over 160, like 162, 164.
By 4 foot high.
Right. We got the 4 foot high version. They make a 42-inch version, but they did recommend if you have more flighty birds to get the higher 48-inch.
Which we all know that we do have, if you saw the videos from earlier this summer when I used that orange netting. So I will clip the birds' wings again. We'll also try not to have anything near enough the fence that they can hop on and fly over. And we'll see how it goes. Now, here's something else that we're going to have to do, though, because right now, which you guys may remember if you've ever watched our rotational grazing, the calves videos, we hooked up our electric fence in my mom's shed up there. We want to move that down to our house, the box part that controls it, the controller.
Energizer.
The Energizer is what it's called? Yeah, or the box thingy.
The shocker thingy control.
Yeah, that you switch. We want to move it down here. So, in order to do that, you need an outlet, and we'll need the black cable, and then Chris, ground rods.
Yeah, we'll need a couple ground rods to ground it.
You don't think we can just pull up the ones that are in the ground up there?
Not worth the trouble, in my opinion. I'd rather spend the $15 and get another one. I'm not that frugal.
We try to be frugal when we can, but we also know that our time is valuable. So if it takes you too long to do it, sometimes it's not worth the amount that it would cost to replace it. So
and you remember how long those things are? Those things are like 6 foot tall.
Yeah,
that's going to be a deep hole to have to dig.
Right. Well, you wouldn't necessarily have to dig it, but you'd have to get a real good grip and get it started. Once it got started, it'd probably come up pretty easy.
Yeah, the real good grip thing.
Yeah, that's hard.
I don't see
little
that
tiny.
happening.
They're about the size of my finger around.
Yeah, like ½ inch.
All right. So. Do we want to open it and look at it any further, or wait till we get working on it?
Yeah, let's just keep it bagged up there. That way we keep all the parts. We're not missing anything when the day comes.
All right. Very cool. So
thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Yes, thank you so much. This is such a great present. We appreciate it. And we'll have to look at the weather, because it's been in the low teens for our highs, and we'll look and see when the next warm day is that we're both available, and we'll try and get that set up. Thanks, guys. Hi, everyone. I'm not a farm girl. I had this hat specially made for Carter for Christmas. And the lady who made it is really good at making hats and stuff. She even told me she downloaded the pattern to make sure she got it just right. And then we got it, and I'm like, what's with this? Why doesn't it go around the face? What? Oh, hey! No.
I think she's putting them in timeout.
Look, my hat just fits perfect and it tucks into my jacket.
So you're warm from head to toe, huh?
Pretty much.
All right, cool.
So today I'm finally getting around to something pretty exciting. About 1.5 years ago, we bought a horse trailer or a livestock trailer. You probably saw it in our video about ramp training the pigs. That's what we use to take them to market. Well, we were cleaning it out one day, it's got little compartments, storage areas, and we found this incubator that we didn't know we were buying with the trailer. This is an HHD digital 48 egg incubator. I've been wanting one of these, not necessarily this particular brand. I've been wanting an incubator. So it didn't come with a power cord, however, but Chris found one that he says will fit. So I haven't even tried to turn it on yet. I'm going to do that on camera with you guys. But let's talk.
This isn't going to be like opening Al Capone's safe and Geraldo and all that, where it's just a big letdown.
It would be very sad. Should I plug it in right now just to see if it's going to even turn on?
Well, no, let's let the suspense build like Geraldo did, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I went online and I watched some videos and I found out some of the features it has. So it's digital, and when you turn it on, every 2 hours it will rotate the trays so the angle of the egg shifts. It has the day, number of days that it's been incubating. You can set the temperature to what you want it, and it displays the temperature in Celsius. And it also has a humidity display, and if the humidity drops below 50% on the side, right here in the front, there's a hole, and you can just pour in a little bit of water into the trays in the bottom. So let's open it up and take a look at what the components are. Okay, so the components of the lid are the temperature thermostat, I guess, that thermometer that reads the temperature so you can set the thermostat. Here is the humidity monitor, and in the middle is the fan. This will plug in to the motor this way. And this motor controls these egg trays. After a certain number of days, I don't know how many, that's something I'll have to research, you'll lift out, which is why this part can detach, the upper tray with the egg tray, and you can put the eggs directly onto this inner tray and keep them out of the water in case you have to add humidity, and then they finish their hatching there. And then underneath that are the where the water goes. The water circulates under there. And that's all the components of this incubator. Let me put it back together. And then the moment we've been waiting for. Okay, are we ready to turn this on and see if it works? Are we ready to plug it in? Chris, what are the chances that I plug this in and it explodes or combusts or something corroded in there and I'm going to be like in danger?
There's a fair possibility it could catch fire if there's some loose wires in there. Let's just make a plan. If that happens, just head to the front door and toss it in the yard.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me to get away from the fire. No, you want me to take it outside?
Yeah, I'm going to sit here and video it. Our viewers, look, they deserve that quality footage if it combusts on us.
Okay. All right, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Plugging it in. Let's hope this is plugged into the outlet at the other end.
Well, you can just look behind the sofa there and see if that orange cord goes into the wall.
Yep, okay.
Wait, turn it towards us.
I was going to take a sneak peek.
No sneaky peeks.
Okay, here we go, here we go.
We honestly haven't turned this on at all, y'all, so it may really
It
catch
might not
fire
do anything.
or something. No telling what.
It might just do nothing.
It might have just been trailer trash.
Right.
Or trash in the trailer. However you want to look at it.
Right. We ready? 3, 2, 1. I can hear the fan going.
The screen's all lit up here on the front.
Woo! What? We got a free working incubator? Are you kidding me?
Alright, so let's just kind of keep an eye on it and see if the temperature goes up.
So, if I was going to set it, I would push set. Oh wait, that went to the mode. There's different modes, different things you can set. And then it's set for 39.5. I'm going to just take it down to 39.0 just to see. And then set again. And then if you want to check and see whether it's set, I know this because I watched a video a minute ago. You hit the set button again. Look at that, 39.0. Whoa, what? Humidity says humidity EE. I don't know if that means there's an error or just doesn't read anything
zero
yet.
humidity probably.
Yeah, it's been really dry here lately. Okay, however, Chris, there's something we're gonna need if we actually want to use this.
I know exactly what you're thinking.
Do you? Let's say it on the count of 3 and see if we're thinking the same thing. 1, 2, 3.
Rooster!
Yes, we only have hens. That was fun. Okay. Yeah, so maybe once we get our electric fencing set up, we can bring George down and see if he'll hang out with our ladies.
He might. But
They would be crossbreeds.
He's getting kind of old.
He is kind of old, so we might need to get a new rooster.
There's usually somebody giving one away somewhere. We'll see what we can find.
Yeah, when it's coming in spring and everybody starts having a lot of chickens, but then we won't be able to hatch till later in the year.
No, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right, we'll see what we can find. I'm so excited. I cannot believe this really works. I was really, it was a 50-50 shot that nothing was going to happen, honestly. So that's super exciting. What have we got? We're still reading E on
It's going up to 19.8 though.
the temperature is rising. And we got our countdown here showing us how long it is till the eggs rotate. So we'll just have to see whether it actually does.
So
And then the
I think
other
we
thing-
ought to set it up on a time lapse once we're done talking about it, and then see what happens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but where? You mean like on the side, so you can
Yeah,
see
we'll
whether
have
it
the
rotates?
the clock, and we'll see if the egg thing rotates. And
Can you see that all in one shot?
I'm sure I can arrange it.
Okay. And then the other thing I was thinking about, is it does smell kind of musty, and it's got some hay and stuff in it. It needs a good cleaning. So we'll have to clean it out before we hatch chicks out in here, because we want them to be born into a healthy environment, definitely. Probably some vinegar, and just let it dry out, clean it, wash it, vinegar it, and then it should be good to go. This is so exciting! Free stuff, guys, free. Well, unless you count the amount that we paid for the trailer.
Yeah, there's that small detail.
Yeah, but we would have bought the trailer without the incubator anyway. We didn't even know it was in there till much later.
Oh, speaking of which, trailer update.
Yes.
After all that time,
We finally got the title of the trailer. I don't think we've talked about that on other videos.
no, we hadn't mentioned it at all.
So what happened was they signed over the title to us, and we took it and registered it, and then about a month later, we got a letter from the DMV saying that wasn't the newest title, and so then Chris called back the seller, and they apologized. Oh, we'll find it for you, this and that. And so then they finally found it, I think, and sent it, but there was a lien on it. So then Chris, so that was another, you don't want to pay somebody else's lien. So then,
I contacted the bank directly.
yeah, but first you contacted the seller again, and they're like, oh, there's no lien, we already gave you all the documents the first time, but that was almost a year ago by the time this came around. So finally, Chris contacted the bank directly. There was no lien. We got a lien release. So just yesterday, yesterday was a holiday, so it must have come while we were gone over the weekend. But we have the actual title to the trailer. So it is ours, free and clear. So that's another exciting thing. One less thing hanging over your head that you have to worry about. And a very important thing for us as we are trying to live debt-free and live honorably. All right, I think that's it for today's video. It's about time for that yummy dinner, isn't it? This onion is smelling good. Wow, like I'm planned it. Oh, there it goes, it moved.
What?
They're moving.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody. I'm not a farm girl. Welcome to Plan B Orchard and Farm. I had this hat especially made for Carter for Christmas, and when we got it, I was a little disappointed because look, it covers your face. I thought it'd at least go like this, right?
And the woman who made it, she's really good. So I knew it should be right. And she told me that she bought the pattern, so she would make it just right from the picture that I sent her. Of the one that I wanted. And so Carter got it and she's like, look, I'm Pippi Longstocking. She thought it was great. She loved it. And I'm just like, I was really disappointed. And then the next morning, I was back looking at the pictures and I was like, oh. See this? That's the back of the hat. This is the way you're supposed to wear the hat. Looks much better that way, doesn't it? I felt so silly, but I was so glad that I hadn't like sent a complaint or anything to the person who made it for me, because I would have been such a dummy. I already was such a dummy, and now you guys know about it, but at least not her. So, my fingers are starting to be frosty.
What if she watches our videos? You
Well,
got 2,000 subscribers now.
That's true.
You never know.
Leslie,
who's
if
out
you're
there.
watching, thank you for making it. I'm sorry I doubted your talents. It's made absolutely perfect.
I've seen
If it's-
so much of her stuff. Like, she makes like
I know.
superheroes and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
fantastic stuff. And I
She's
was
like the most skilled knitter that I know.
yeah,
there's
crochet.
No way.
It's actually crocheted.
Oh, crochet or
But
whatever.
but I was just like, I can't believe this hat fits like that. Yeah, no, it fits exactly like it's supposed to fit. For today's roast, we're going to be using some of our own turkey broth that we made after our Thanksgiving turkey. Looks like I'm going to use all of it. Well, most of it.
I'll probably use all of it.
Because the meat makes juice too, so. My fingers are getting frosty out here. Are yours?
Yeah, I'm
right.
not wearing gloves.
Let's
see?
check on these
The
birds
blue.
and then,
They're turning blue on my fingertips.
yeah, let's check on the birds and get inside where it's warm.
All right.
Wow, the roast is over there cooking. It's smelling so yummy. I'm getting hungry, but I wanted to tell you about the thermometer that I got for Chris. It is magnetic, so it sticks to the wood stove or the pipe of the wood stove. And I first saw those on Life and Farmland's channel. I'll put a link down below in the description so you can pop over there. He talks about using your wood stove efficiently and why you need a thermometer to do that. So that's pretty informative. I thought it was really interesting. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.